Is a stressful day for many parents. Today, the state released test score results for elementary school kids.
Pass and you move on to the next grade. Fail and you still have some work to do. News Channel 5's Sabira Rafer live on the Treasure Coast to tell us how some parents handle that anxiety. Sabira?
The Florida State Assessment is for kids in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. Now, the test is mandatory for all students in public schools, but as I found out today, some parents in Martin County are trying to have their kids avoid that stress by taking their kids' education into their own hands. For more than 30 years, Suzanne Tadlock worked as a teacher.
I know there's a lot of pressure for the students.
Now she's a retired grandmother of 2, but she says she worries about her grandkids' education.
Our students got to have a lot of hands-on experiences where they could learn through doing.
Tadlock says now that's not the case. She says many teachers are focused on preparing kids for the Florida State Assessment test.
It's so much pressure that they're forgetting who they are.
For this group of moms, the answer was simple. They did not want to deal with watching their kids stress over the test, so they decided to homeschool their kids.
Every day they're reminded, you have to do well on this test. You have to do a certain grade on this test for the school to have a certain grade, so then they put the pressure. If the kids don't do well, the school's not going to do well.
Here in Martin County, if a student doesn't pass the standardized reading test, there are a series of options. The school will evaluate what's called the iReady score, and if that score isn't high enough, the student would have to go to summer school to prepare for another standardized test. But for Kristen Donato and her kids, the process is different.
Because we're registered with the county, I just have a certified teacher come and look at the work. And then as long as he's made progress, then he just passes that level.
Now, if a child doesn't pass the FSA or their iReady score isn't approved, that is when the child could have to repeat the grade. Check your local school district for any variations. Reporting live in Martin County, Sabira Rafer, WPTV News Channel 5.